Hello, my name is Father Lynn McMillan, and welcome to Exploring Catholicism. Hello, my name is Father Lynn McMillan, and we're going through meal number 7 in the Gospel of Luke, which is the meal with Zacchaeus. And the point of this meal is religion. Religion is always pictured as a meal, that religion should turn you into this force of justice. And the appetizer for this meal is actually the story of the persistent widow, which I just love. Here you have this weak old widow who the evil judge won't give her justice, but she keeps coming back again and again and again, and she won't give up. She may be old and weak and poor, but with the power of prayer on her side, she is persistent. She will out-exhaust injustice. And so the evil judge, he says, I better give her justice, otherwise she may give me a black eye. And the odd part, he has all the power and wealth, and yet he's scared of the little old woman because she has the power of faith, which gives her undaunting persistence. The point being is that the meal, our prayer life, our religion, it should change us into a force of justice. And so the meal with the chief tax collector, Zacchaeus, is really about justice, that religion changes us into this force of justice. And you have the story of Zacchaeus, and everybody knows he's short, which just in the Bible, short people are always the most holy. Now, that's not a biblical fact. That's just how I read the Bible. Short people tend to be holier. I'm just saying. But his shortness really symbolizes his being marginal, because he can't see Jesus. Zacchaeus is like the blind man who can't see, and he wants to see Jesus. Zacchaeus is the lost sheep. So Jesus goes after him, and Jesus points and says, Zacchaeus, come down out of that tree. I'm going to eat with you tonight. And at the meal, Zacchaeus is converted. But the meal is not about conversion. That's actually meal number 1. It's about what happens after conversion. And once you're converted, what happens at the meal is that you become this force of justice. So the Pharisees once again got upset, and Zacchaeus stands his ground. He says, yeah, I've defrauded people. I've cheated people. I've defrauded people. But anyone who I've defrauded, I will repay 4 times back. He becomes a super force for justice. If you eat at the table of Christ, if you share in the Eucharist, then it turns you into Zacchaeus, this force of justice for other people. It turns you into the little old woman. And I was describing to people what St. Pius is like, and I said, well, St. Pius is most like meal number 7, because St. Pius really does seem to care about other people. It's this force of compassion. Where one of my first weeks here, we had adoration going on in the front of the church, and then in back, where people were entering, they were handing out food for the hungry. And I love that idea of, wow, the Eucharist causes us to feed the poor. The Eucharist causes us to be this force of justice for other people. That's actually what I like best about St. Pius. We're like meal number 7. And the opposite of meal number 7 is those people who think, well, I love religion because it entertains me. I love it because of the fanciness and exoticness of the liturgy. But if it doesn't result in becoming this force of justice, you're not celebrating religion. You're celebrating theater, entertainment. And I hate to say that. That's what Pharisees do. Religion is about a big show. That's why he calls them hypocrites. Religion is not about putting on a show to make you entertain you or make you think that you're better than other people. it turns you into this persistent little old lady. It turns you into this force of justice to feed and care for the poor. So one thing I like is also one of my first weeks, on Friday night, these people come and they feed the homeless here at St. Pius, and they treat them with dignity. And the homeless, a lot of them are broken people. One guy was autistic, and he was just rocking back and forth, and I love the tenderness in which these older men were feeding, offering them a meal. One old woman, she didn't want to eat alone, and so one of the men go over and sits with her, and clearly she fixed herself up, and she brought a ukulele. And I love how he says, would you mind playing the ukulele for us? But that's exactly what she wanted. Yes, she was hungry, but what she was really hungry for was some attention and love. And so, yeah, I love the fact that we celebrate the Eucharist and have this force of justice for the broken of the world. The Pharisees don't understand that type of religion. So in meal number 7, if you share at the table of Christ, you become this force of justice for others. Take care. God bless. If you like today's topic, please consider joining us a Tuesday morning in the Great Room following daily Mass. God bless.